This is Avengers Baseball MLB The Show 22 edition, Game 1 of the Avengers franchise. So I'm back to playing some baseball here on the live stream. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. What's the point of this franchise? The point is to play 162 games from beginning to end with a created franchise known as the Hollywood Avengers. The entire team is made up of creative players, actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So not only do I play, not only do I stream, but I also do play-by-play, original, unique play-by-play. If you can't stand the sound of my voice, you better bail out now because otherwise it'll be too late. If you watching on the replay, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. So let's do this. I have no idea what to expect. I haven't played an exhibition game. All I did up to this point was early access. I've created the franchise. The starting pitcher for the Hollywood Avengers is Loki, Tom Hiddleston, facing Tom Seaver of the Phillies. Used a fantasy draft, including all of the legendary players, hence Tom Seaver on the Philadelphia Phillies. So the different franchises, their rosters are completely going to be a surprise to me as I play them. So play next game. Let's see what happens. The Avengers do not have 4 valid lineups. Okay, so press OK. Let's go up here to the valid lineups. Okay, so let's go here. This looks good. Oh, I see. So I guess I have to put a pitcher in. So Tom Hiddleston. Wait a minute, hold on. Lineups. Tom Hiddleston, and then down here, press that, and let's put in Tom Hiddleston. There we go. Again, let's see, scroll down here, play next game. Play full game. Okay, obviously I don't want it to be a simulation, so I don't really know. Okay, so good. So this would be to use the Phillies. This would be, there we go. So over on the Avengers side. We're going to use for this franchise old Yankee Stadium, the classic Yankee Stadium. Broadcast, the show theme. Quick counts off, partly cloudy. Tom Hiddleston is the pitcher. Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman, leading off. Brie Larson batting second. Tom Holland batting third. Chris Hemsworth is batting cleanup. Richard Madden, who plays Icarus in the Eternals. Simu Liu, who is the master of the 10 rings, Shang Chi. Dave Bautista is the catcher. Benedict Cumberbatch is in left, and Anthony Mackie is the shortstop. So let's press options to advance. Let's do this. I'm excited. MLB The Show 22. Game 1 of Avengers Baseball. Let's do this. Excited. Here we go. Hello and welcome to Game 1 of the regular season MLB The Show 22. Here we are as the Phillies face the Hollywood Avengers here in Bronx, New York, Yankee Stadium. On the mound for the Avengers, Loki himself, Tom Hiddleston. Looking forward to season 2 of his Disney Plus TV show. Season 1 was excellent. Leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies is Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer. And the season begins. In there, strike one. Tony Gwynn, career 300 hitter, batting champion, Hall of Famer. Here we go, playing it on pitch inside, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike to Gwynn. Playing this franchise on, I think it's starting in veteran, and the franchise will continue on dynamic. So as I progress through the regular season, the difficulty will scale up and down. Here's the pitch. Fouled off behind home plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tony Gwynn. And the pitch. Fly ball to center. There is Richard Madden, makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the first inning. Philadelphia Phillies lineup. Tony Gwynn is in right. Michael Brantley in left. David Ortiz, Big Papi at first. Jason Giambi's the DH. Nolan Arenado's at third. Brian Reynolds is the center fielder. Tim Anderson is the shortstop. Adley Rutschman catching with Will Castro batting ninth and playing second base. Up next, Michael Brantley. Here comes a pitch from Loki. Low but called a strike by the home plate umpire. How was your vacation from YouTube? Welcome, Mr. Rob. Time for some MLB The Show 22. I'm back for a 162-game regular season doing my play-by-play. Thank you for joining me. I know that sports is not your cup of tea, but I do appreciate the fact that you said hello. Roller down the third baseline, foul ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Michael Brantley. Here comes a pitch from Hiddleston. Foul ball right side, out of play. Count remains 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, throws the first in time. And there are 2 away. Most likely just ask a couple questions and then go to sleep. How is your new book? I'm excited about it. 5 and 20. Those of you that do not know, 5 and 20 is available. It's a novel, a true crime, nonfiction biography by Robbin Ramos. 5 and 20 available in Kindle and paperback on Amazon.com. Up next, Big Papi David Ortiz. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the first here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. Ground ball to the first baseman, scooped up, toss over to the pitcher covering, and the play is done by Thor Odinson over there at first base. A 1-2-3 inning here to start the season. Bottom of the first coming up. 0-0. Avengers coming to bat. After Valhalla, were you a little burned out making videos? Yeah, I was, to be completely honest. Needed to take a break. Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman. I need to make some changes to the viewing. Let's see. Settings. Gameplay. Dynamic. Hitting view needs to change. I'm going to change it to, let's see what I can get it to. Let's see. Let's try the show 16. Okay. We'll do that. And then let's go pitching, fielding, in-play view defense. Let's go medium. I can't wait for WrestleMania. I heard that the Texas Rattlesnake's going to be on the shelf. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. I'm actually heading over to a friend's house to watch a little bit of wrestling tomorrow. It's the weekend here. Happens to be in the spring of 2022. Obviously, this is the release weekend for MLB The Show 22. I'm pretty excited about it. Also excited about wrestling. So let's see. Let's go back. Apply changes. Let's get back to the game. It's been a while. Fastball in there. Strike 1 to Black Panther, the late great Chadwick Boseman. Pitch is outside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Are you excited for WrestleMania? Any particular WrestleMania match? A swing and a miss. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not any particular match, to be honest. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. I'm just interested in just hanging out with friends, having some food, and enjoying the company. Not a huge wrestling fan, but it's used as an excuse to hang out with friends. Next up, Brie Larson. Slow grounder to second, over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. Something else I need to change before Tom Holland, Spider-Man, steps up to the plate. Let's go over to settings. Again, it's a work in progress. First game of a new game. Let's see. Not presentation. Let's go gameplay. Timing. Let's see. Not pitching. Advanced guest pitch. Let's do classic. See if that works. Next up, Tom Holland. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Fly ball to right. Tony Gwynn is there. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Tom Seaver and the Philadelphia Phillies. One inning gone by here at Classic Yankee Stadium. No score. I honestly thought I wouldn't see you until Halloween. Why? Why Halloween? Just out of curiosity. Top of the second, Jason Giambi steps up to the plate. I wouldn't exactly call him a classic or legendary player. He played for the Oakland Athletics. Fastball inside, ball one. No score here in the bottom of the second. Game one of Avengers baseball. Deep fly ball between the right and center fielders. Simu Liu. 10 rings himself. Shang Chi makes the catch in right for out number one. So why Halloween, Mr. Rob? I'm curious. My bad, I meant to say after Halloween and the reason stuff. Ah, yes, I am very much looking forward to playing Starfield in November. Science fiction RPG by Bethesda. So Nolan Arenado steps to the plate with one out, bases empty here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the pitch from Loki. Ground ball foul, third base side, strike one. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count is quickly no balls and two strikes. Mike Fillmore is your home plate umpire. No idea if he's a real person or fake. Don't care. Do your job, Mike Fillmore. So here comes the pitch from Loki. Fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Again, fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count will remain 0-2. Nolan Arenado plays for the Colorado Rockies. There's been a lot of player movement in this year in baseball. He might be on another team. I have no idea. Just gets a piece, fouls it off. I'm just curious, are you still going to Livestream Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? I hardly take, to be honest with you, for the time being, I'm just going to focus on the baseball. I have a lot of other irons in the fire right now. I know that's probably disappointing to you, Mr. Rob, since you're not a baseball fan, but for now it'll basically be just the MLB The Show 22. Swing and a miss, outside corner, struck him out, and there are two away. Tom Hiddleston. Next up, Brian Reynolds. Stepping in there from the left side. 2 outs, bases empty, no score. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, one hopper to Hemsworth at first. Thor steps on the bag himself to retire the side. 1.5 complete. No score here on opening day. Phillies versus the Avengers. Mr. Rob Show says, I don't mind it as long as you're having fun, having a good time. That's okay with me. So far, so good. Leading off the bottom of the second, Thor Odin's son. It is Chris Hemsworth, first baseman for the Hollywood Avengers. Here's the pitch from Seaver. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Don't quite have my timing down.
That's a ball.
Slider off the plate. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a line drive. Looks like it's the first hit of the season to right. A single by Chris Hemsworth, first base runner of the game. And of course, since I used minor league rookies, that's the first major league hit by Chris Hemsworth. They're going to keep that baseball. You players have a weird logo. I guess someone doesn't want to deal with the mouse. Well, usually I go to the logo vault here on the game, but because this game is out a couple days early, if you pre-order the game, you get played a couple days early. The MLB vault. There are other artists, game players, who can create a better looking Avengers A than I can. That's my poor attempt at it. Next up, Richard Madden. He plays Icarus in the Eternals. Pitch is low, ball one. Richard Madden. Most people remember him as Robb Stark in the HBO series Game of Thrones, but he plays Icarus in the one-shot Eternals. Pulls it foul. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, runner leads off first. No score here in the bottom of the second. Fouls it off. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did you see Batman? And also, okay, so I have not seen the Batman. I'm going to wait until it's on HBO Max. It's going to be on HBO Max this month. I'm very much looking forward to it. In there, called strike 3, and there's 1 away. Tom Seaver's second strikeout of the game. Here's the replay. I haven't seen Batman yet. Looking forward to seeing it on HBO Max. And no, this is the PlayStation 4. I did not get a PlayStation 5. I'm not going to break the bank. It's not necessary. Simu Liu, man with the rings, steps up to the plate. Slider outside corner, strike 1. Simu Liu is Shang Chi in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hemsworth leads off first. Breaking ball low. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls it back. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big brain saving you money to see the Batman on HBO Max. I have HBO Max anyway. Doesn't make sense to go to the movie theaters and spend $30. Pulls it high and deep, but foul. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes on Liu. 2024, they're coming out with the PlayStation 5 Pro. I will be online to probably get one. Fouls it back. 97 on the radar gun from Tom Seaver, the Hall of Fame pitcher on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Bounces it at the plate. Foul ball up the first base line. Also, Starfield, that science fiction role-playing game coming out from Bethesda, is going to be an Xbox exclusive. So I'm saving my pennies for an Xbox come November. Swing and a miss out in front of the 12-6 curve, and there are 2 away. So after the leadoff single by Chris Hemsworth, consecutive strikeouts by Tom Seaver. Here's the replay. Next up is the catcher, Dave Bautista. Dave plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Ground ball off the glove of the first baseman. Big Bobby picks it up, steps on the bag, and retires aside. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 2 innings of play. Here on opening day, still no score. This is Avengers Baseball. So leading off the top of the 3rd is Tim Anderson. Here comes the pitch from Loki. Fouls it back, strike 1. 98 on the radar gun. He's got the heater going. Tom Hiddleston is the ace of the staff. Since this is MLB The Show 22, there are going to be some interesting new faces. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider. 2 quick strikes on Anderson. There's going to be some interesting new faces this year for Avengers Baseball. Strike 3 called inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Anderson. Here's the replay. Obviously a strike. Next up, Adley Rutschman. Who knows how the hell that's pronounced? He's up there with one out. In there, strike 1 at the knees. Fouls off the changeup. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. To Rutschman. Who the heck knows? Swing and a miss. Slider it down and in. 2 away. 3rd strikeout of the game from Loki. I saw the Batman for $10 wears extra 30 pounds on him and an extra 20. Mr. Rob, I'm sure you probably went to a matinee if all you spent was $10. Must have snuck some snacks into the movie theater in your pockets. because you spend a hell of a lot more than $10 if you're at the concession stand at the movie theater. Next up, Will Castro. 2 down, bases empty, top of the third. No score. Just misses with the fastball off the plate inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the 12-6 curve. Again, 2 quick strikes. No check that. 1 ball, 1 strike on Castro. Deep fly ball to right. Back goes Liu near the track, looking up, makes the catch to retire the side. Again, another 1-2-3 inning for Tom Hiddleston after 2.5 here at Yankee Stadium. This is Avengers Baseball. Up next, Benedict Cumberbatch, the Sorcerer Supreme. Dr. Stephen Strange, first at bat of the season. I'm going to go to settings. Again, I'm going to tinker with the presentation. The show 16 is not what I want. What do I want? Fisheye 2? Let's try Fisheye 2 and see what it looks like.
Number 6.
Let's try that one. That feels a little more right. Yeah, I like that. Fouled off, strike 1. I sneak a sandwich and a soda in the movies. Mr. Rob, you are a man after my own heart. I do the exact same thing. I always go to a convenience store or a gas station.
Nope.
Pitch is high and inside. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike on Dr. Stephen Strange. I do the exact same thing. I go to a convenience store. I load up on the junk. I hide it in my pockets and save money on the concessions. Pitch is high. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch. Pitch is low. 3 ball, 1 strike count. On deck is the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Fouls off the 3-1 pitch. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is high. First walk of the season. Leadoff walk for the Avengers here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This again next up, switch hitter Anthony Mackie, the shortstop on the Avengers. Quick throw to first, he's back. If you want to know what the biggest thing, I sneak a whole Subway sandwich in and a large Coke. I love it. The Subway sandwich. You are an expert. Fly ball the other way, lazy fly ball to left. Fielder makes the catch for out number 1. Cumberbatch retreats to first. Lineup turns over for the Avengers. The late great Chadwick Boseman struck out to lead off the game. Steps up there for his 2nd plate appearance. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, strike 195 on the radar gun. Again, late on the fastball, fly ball to right this time. Tony Gwynn makes the catch for out number 2. I'm probably going to watch both shows because I've already been given an invitation. They're going to have sandwiches and pizza. Next up, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. 2 outs, runner leads off first. I've been given an invitation. They said there'll be leftover food on Sunday, so I'm invited to come over there for 2 days in a row. So that's going to be fun. Pitch outside, ball 1. Oh! That hit Brie Larson, but because she couldn't hold the swing back, it's considered a strike. Count is even 1 ball, 1 strike. Quick throw to first. Stephen Strange is back. She should be on first base. It should be 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. But because of the check swing, it's a strike. Swing and a miss. The high fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going out of the comfort zone for the swinging at the high pitch. Fly ball to center. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs, 1 walk, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of baseball. No score here on opening day. I am a lucky man indeed. I mean, it'll be leftovers on Sunday, but I don't care. Lineup turns over for the Philadelphia Phillies here in the top of the fourth. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 1. Line drive foul. Strike one. Ground ball near the camera well. Fouls off the side. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Tony. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, the high fastball. 99 on the radar gun. 4th strikeout of the game for Loki. Here's the replay. I can also tell you who wins the last match on the second night. I'm very curious who's going to win the main event. I have to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to, since it's a Sunday night, the second night, I'm probably not going to stay there for the entire match. You got to realize I'm not a wrestling fan like you, Mr. Rob. So, next up, Michael Brantley, 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch from Loki. Line drive caught by the third baseman. Black Panther makes catch. 2 away.
The first baseman, number 34.
Pitchers duel here on opening day. Big Papi. David Ortiz grounded out in the first. Big Papi tortured my nightmares in the early 2000s as a member of the Boston Red Sox. New York Yankees fan. In there, strike one. Count is 0-1. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. I know you're not a wrestling fan. Just want to get the answers as soon as possible. And you will get them, sir. Because I expect to play MLB The Show 22 once a day for the next 162 days, I hope. Probably not, but you know. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Outside fastball. Side is retired. 3.5. No score here on Avengers Baseball. Opening day, MLB The Show 22. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Next up, Tom Holland flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1.
The second baseman, Tom Holland.
Pitches on the corner, strike one. Tough pitch to hit. Down and in. Line drive, base hit to center field. And the leadoff man is on. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. See the replay as I sip I should have refilled my coffee. First major league hit for Tom Holland. Next up, Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Odin's son. Fastball just misses outside ball one. Led off the second inning with a single. It's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss. High fastball, count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Quick throw to first, he's back. Deep fly ball, center field. Back goes the center fielder in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the first out. Wild throw back into the infield, but no advance. Next up, Richard Madden. Struck out in the second, he's 0 for 1. Holland leads off first. Again, no score. Ground ball, foul. Hard line drive, just misses the third base bag. Strike one. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Holland was not stealing. Holland does have base stealing speed. Here comes the 1-1. Inside, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike to Madden. To Icarus. Fouls it back behind home plate. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off first. Top of the, no, check that, bottom of the fourth. Still no score. Pitcher's duel. Pitch just misses the top of the zone. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Will the runner be in motion with 1 out? Outside just misses the corner. So a hit and a walk will put runners at first and second with only 1 away. That runner at second is the first runner in scoring position for the season. Up next, Simu Liu, Shang Chi, with a runner in scoring position. Here comes the pitch from Seaver. Pitch just misses high, ball one. Tom Holland at second, Richard Madden at first. Simu Liu at the plate, 0 for 1. And that's the line drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it will be in there and will roll all the way to the wall. One run will score. The second run will round third. He will score. It'll be a 2-run double for Simu Liu, the man with the rings. Shang Chi gives the MCU an early 2-0 lead. His first major league hit, his first major league double, and his first RBIs of his young career. Let's watch that replay as they take that baseball and put it aside. The Avengers lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. No replay? Unacceptable. Here we go. Bang. Between the center and left fielder to drive home the 2 runners on first and second. And the Avengers take a 2-0 lead. Next up, Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer. Check the swing, slider low, ball one. I know I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm glad his baseball questions perfect to show your own wrestling. Which teams would you like to see fight? Home wrestling version of wrestling. I'm not sure. Let me think about what you're trying to say. Runner leads off second. 1 out. Pitches high, 2 balls and no strikes to Drax the Destroyer. In baseball, who will be the perfect show for your own wrestling? Line drive, base hit to right. Will he stop at third? He will stop at third on the line drive. It'll be first and third with 1 out. First hit of the season, first hit of the career for Dave Bautista. Which teams would I like to see fight? I don't know. It's a tough question, Mr. Rob. Tough question. Baseball WrestleMania. Which teams would I like to see in the finals? The Yankees versus the Red Sox. Next up, Benedict Cumberbatch. Runners lead off first and third. Pitches inside, slider low and inside, ball one. Cumberbatch can get that third run home from third base without the benefit of an out. Deep fly ball can get the runner home. Let's see what happens if he gets the job done. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes, and the wheels are starting to come off the wagon for Tom Seaver. 2-0 count. Runners lead off first and third. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, shallow, not deep enough to get that runner home from third, so Dr. Stephen Strange fails to get that third run across. The Avengers are going to need a hit with 2 outs now to score that third run. Number 9 hitter, shortstop Anthony Mackie, flew out in the third. He is 0 for 1, hitting from the left side against the righty Seaver. Down and in with the fastball, ball 1. Anthony Mackie is not making his Major League debut. He is a member of the 2021 Avengers. Swing and a miss at the outside fastball. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Anthony Mackie is the new Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Out in front, change up, down low, swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Seaver's 1 strike from getting out of this jam. High. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-0 MCU. Runners lead off first and third here on opening day. Off the plate, full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runner at first will be in motion. On deck is the leadoff man Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he goes too far. That would have been ball 4 and bases loaded, but he cannot hold back the swing. However, the Avengers cracked the scoreboard at the end of 4 innings. It's 2-0. Avengers lead. John Ciambi and Chris Singleton are not announcing the game. As you can see, it is RC Robbin doing the play-by-play. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. Thank you so much for watching. Mr. Rob says, I hope the next Avengers movie or Captain America movie has Captain America like in the main store. Jason Giambi leads off here in the Top of the fifth. Misses inside ball one, 98 on the radar gun. Jason Giambi in his major league career had 440 home runs. Not a Hall of Famer, but an all-star. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Avengers. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out in front of the changeup. Struck him out swinging, and there's 1 away. 6th strikeout of the game for Tom Hiddleston. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Yes, it was. Changeup. Way out in front. Next up, Nolan Arenado. The dangerous Nolan Arenado. 40 home run guy. Again, he's a current major leaguer. Last I checked, he plays for the Colorado Rockies. He might play for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I can't remember. Bottom line is he's a 30 homer, 100 RBI guy. All-star third baseman. Swing and a miss goes outside the zone. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there are 2 away. 7th strikeout of the game. Here's the breaking ball. He just hears a lot of math talk. I'm sorry, Mr. Rob. I can't get too colorful. Usually when we do play-by-play, there's a play-by-play guy, which is what I'm doing. And then there's a color commentator, 2 guys in the booth. Number 1, there's only me, so I have to do the basic play-by-play. And there wouldn't be enough time to do color commentary because in a video game, there's really not a lot of downtime. You just throw pitch after pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Brian Reynolds. Also, there isn't much for me to talk about since this is the first game of the season. There are no stats yet. There's no home runs. I'm barely aware of who's good and who's not. Pitch just misses off the plate. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. As the season progresses, hopefully I will become a little bit more expressive. But I'm also a little out of practice. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 MCU here in the 5th. Here comes the pitch. Checked his swing. Doesn't matter. Finds the strike zone. After 4.5. Still, should I say it, no hits for the Philadelphia Phillies through 5. No hitter through 5. Oh my goodness. I just jinxed myself. Terrible. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. Little late on the fastball. Center fielder over into the right field gap makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Again, I want to tweak the settings. Up next, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Again, another year when they don't let you make female players, so I had to do my best to create female players using what I had available to me. Gameplay. Just Fisheye 1. Let's see what Fisheye 1 looks like. Grounds it, foul. Strike 1.
Ball 1.
Inside. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Line drive to center. There is the center fielder. He makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Tom Holland steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored today. Mr. Outlander, welcome to MLB The Show 22. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. 2-0 lead for the MCU here. An opening day at classic Yankee Stadium. It is a new season, a new roster, filled with new players. Welcome to the stream, my friend. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty for Spider-Man. Little late, fouls it into the seats. Count will remain 1-2. Tom Seaver versus Tom Hiddleston. Swing and a miss, struck him out, side retired. End of 5. It's an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. It's a new season. Say hello to my little friend. Top of the 6th, up next for the Phillies. Tim Anderson struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Tim Anderson faces Loki, pitches off the plate outside, ball 1. Tim Anderson won the American League batting title for the Chicago White Sox in 2019. In real life, of course. Slider, outside corner, strike 1. Count is evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Hiddleston here in the 6th inning is throwing a no-hitter / perfect game. Mr. Rob, Hollywood Adventure, you should rename them the New York Adventure. New York Avengers. I probably should. In there, outside corner, strike 2. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, inside corner, high and tight. Strikeout number 9. Difficulty setting, I believe, is on veteran, but it's also on dynamic. So as the season progresses, the baseball game will catch up and try to make it difficult on me. Next up, Adley Rutschman, 0 for 1. 1 out, bases empty. Ground ball to the left side. Throws to first in time. Nice play by Black Panther, and there are 2 down here in the 6th. The late, great Chadwick Boseman. Next up, Will Castro flew out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Pitch down and in, ball 1. 98 on the radar gun. Fouls it off, the slider. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Outlanders are working on a baseball franchise season of their own. They are in the National League Division Series, the Turok Outlanders, if I'm not mistaken. Game 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Make sure to check out the Outlanders stream. A lot of fun over there. He doesn't just do baseball. Does a lot of stuff. Line drive, base hit down the left field line, and the no-hitter is over. Cumberbatch makes the throw to second. It's going to be a double for Will Castro to break up the no-hitter. First hit of the season for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's watch the replay. Well, I'm happy to be back as well. Very excited. Thank you, Mr. Outlander. I'm going to try to average a game a day. You know me. I'm perfectly willing to play a game a day. No skipped innings, no simulated games, all of the games on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Lineup turns over here in the 6th. Tony Gwynn down the left field line, looks, oh no, he goes for 3rd. Long throw, not in time. Runners are at 1st and 3rd with 2 away. So after getting the first 2 outs, 2 consecutive hits. So Michael Brantley has a chance with a double and a gap to tie this ball game. Tough spot here in the top of the 6th inning for the Hollywood Avengers. Brantley is 0 for 2. Misses inside off the plate, ball 1. Outside corner, count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, runners lead off 1st and 3rd here in the top of the 6th inning. It's 2-0 lead for the Avengers, but with 2 outs, they are threatening. Fouls it back. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Loki is 1 strike away from getting out of this 2-out jam. Misses inside, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just gets a piece to stay alive, and the count will remain 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The side is retired. The threat is averted. The shutout is gone, but it's still... Well, I'm sorry, check that. The no-hitter is gone, but the shutout is still intact. 2-0 Avengers here on opening day. Mr. Rob wants to know, will there be an everyday game, Homelander and baseball tournament? I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to try to play a game a day. Up next, to lead off the bottom of the sixth. Deep drive, but playable. For one pitch, one away. And Chris Hemsworth is retired here in the bottom of the sixth.
The center fielder, number 9.
Next up, center fielder Richard Madden. Walked, scored a run. Officially, he is 0 for 1. Deep fly ball, right. There is Gwynn, makes the catch, 2 pitches, 2 away. Easy inning so far for Tom Seaver. 2 away. The man of the opening day, Simu Liu, who plays Shang Chi, has a 2-run double today. He's responsible. Breaks his bat. Catcher jumps out of his crouch, makes the throw. Not in time. Infield hit on a broken bat. Swing. Here's the replay. Shatters his bat. Catcher jumps out of his crouch, makes the throw, but not in time, so it'll be called an infield hit. He has 2 hits today. Next up, the catcher, Dave Bautista, 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
Slider low, ball 1. And that's a line drive headed towards the right center field gap. It will dump in there. Simu will stop at second. It'll be first and second. So Tom Seaver gets the first 2 outs of the inning, and then 2 consecutive hits to broken bat hit, and now the blooper into right center field for Drax the Destroyer. Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch has a chance to increase their lead with 2 out. Pitches outside, ball 1. He walked in the third. Officially, he is 0 for 1. 2-0 MCU. Runners lead off first and second. Flare to center field. It looks like he's going to dunk in there for a hit. Rounding third. No, he stops. He stops and the bases will be loaded. The wild throw, again, didn't get far enough away. So, probably could have scored on that. RC Robbin versus Outlander show in baseball. First major league hit for Dr. Stephen Strange. That would be an interesting contest to do a online game of the Outlanders against the Avengers. Stirring up trouble there, are you, Mr. Rob? My competitive juices will get flowing. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. I mean, maybe, says the Outlander. So the manager of the Phillies, which I believe is... I forgot his name. I'm out of practice, ladies and gentlemen. Out of practice. But that'll be all for Tom Seaver. He cannot win. He can only lose. He's responsible for all 3 runners. Joel Pamayaps. I have no idea. Payamaps. In there to pitch. He's got the bases loaded with 2 away. He gets to face Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 2. Big spot for the shortstop. Fastball outside, 96 on the radar gun. Line drive, will it dunk in there? And it will. 1 run will score. Station to station. It's an RBI single for the number 9 hitter. That's Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. First major league hit, an RBI for Anthony Mackie. Bases will still be loaded, and now the MCU has a 3-0 lead. Leadoff man steps in. Chadwick Boseman's 0 for 3, but he has the bases loaded. Fastball outside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Sinking fastball in there. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bullpen is active for the Phillies. Josh Sabors and Darwins and Hernandez getting loose in the bullpen. Bases loaded, 3-0 lead already for the MCU here on opening day. Fly ball to right. Back goes Gwynn, but he's there and makes the catch to retire the side. So they leave the bases loaded, but they do get a run to add to their lead. At the end of 6 innings of play here at opening day for the Hollywood Avengers, they lead 3-0. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Big Papi, David Ortiz, who's 0 for 2 today.
The first baseman, number 34, David Ortiz.
Loki deals. Inside corner, strike 1. This is MLB The Show 22. 12-6 curve, finds the bottom of the zone, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Strike 3 called, outside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Big Papi. That's strikeout number 11 for Tom Hiddleston. The StatCast pitch sequence. When I heard you say Big Papi was giving you nightmares, my head went to the gutters. It was super funny, though. No, as a New York Yankees fan in the early 2000s, David Ortiz of the Boston Red Sox gave me frequent nightmares and acid indigestion. He was a hell of a player. He was a Yankee killer. Up next, Jason Giambi. Misses inside off the plate, ball 1. 3-0 lead here in the top of the 7th for the Avengers. High fastball called to strike, 98 on the radar gun. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, strike 2. Just gets a piece of that changeup. Chase the pitch out of the zone. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pops it up. Third base side, near the fence. Oh, Black Panther cannot make the catch. Goes out of play. So basically, he's the equivalent of baseball's equivalent of Tom Brady. Considering that Tom Brady played for the New England Patriots, which is basically the Boston Patriots, I think that if you're from New England or from Boston and you're a baseball fan and a football fan, it would make sense if your favorite baseball player was Big Papi and your favorite football player was Tom Brady. So yes, definitely a good analogy, Mr. Rob. Pitch foul back, out of play, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-0 MCU here on opening day. MLB The Show 22. Breaks his bat, foul ball. Strike 3 called. Giambi doesn't like it. Nevertheless, there are 2 away. That's strikeout number 12 for Tom Hiddleston. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Oh yeah, top corner. So 2 down, Nolan Arenado steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. Out in front of the slider. Strike 1. The only real threat the Phillies had to score was in the 6th. 1 hopper to the third baseman. Long throw in time. 2 away. Nice play by Chadwick Boseman. Oh, I'm sorry. Check that. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. 3-0 Avengers. Hey, Cotton Eye Joe. Here we come from. Here we go. Hey, Cotton Eye Joe. Lurking now, the Aftershocks game is going on. Mr. Outlander, I am well aware that you are in the playoffs. So, no love lost. Brie Larson, designated hitter today, down in ball 1. Brie Larson plays Captain Marvel. She is an infielder by trade. Down in ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Brie is 0 for 2 today. Deep line drive headed towards left field gap. It will 1 hop over the fence, a ground rule double. First hit of the season for Brie Larson. And Captain Marvel is on second to lead off the bottom of the 7th. If you know Captain Marvel, you know she has power. Next up, Tom Holland, 1 for 3. Pitch high, ball 1. I don't like the angle. Again, sorry for the delay. Gameplay. Fisheye doesn't quite work for me. It's the show 15, zoom, retro, offset, strike zone high, wide, offset, pitcher. We don't want pitcher. We don't want outfield. We don't want broadcast. Which one do we want? Catch eye, fisheye. Let's go back to fisheye 2. Apply changes.
Ball 1, no strike.
All right, that one's a little closer. We'll deal with that. Runner leads off second. Bottom of the 7th, 3-0 lead. Breaking ball in there, slider. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike to Spider-Man. Captain Marvel on second in scoring position. Pops it up. Out of the crouch is the catcher. In foul territory, makes the catch for the first out. Next up, Thor, Odin's son. Chris Hemsworth is the first baseman. 1 for 3 with a single today. And he's a little late. Pops it up to the right side. The second baseman will make the catch for out number 2. No advance. If you're new to the live stream, I am RC Robbin. This is opening day. MLB The Show 22 created franchise, the Hollywood Avengers. I will play every game of the franchise. No skipped innings, no simulated games, all of them on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Line drive headed towards the right center field gap, and that will one hop to the fence. Rounding third and heading home is Captain Marvel for run number 4. It is a 2-out double for Icarus. Richard Madden makes it a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. That might put a fork in it, ladies and gentlemen. That might be it. So Simu Liu steps in, runner at second, 2 away, 2 for 3 today. A little late on the fastball, strike 1. Simu Liu is obviously the actor who plays Shang Chi. Pitches high, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Icarus leads off second, 2 down, 4-0. Pop up to left, near the line. Brantley makes the catch to retire the side. So they score a run and increase their lead at the end of 7 innings of play here at classic Yankee Stadium. The Avengers lead 4-0. This is Avengers Baseball, MLB, The Show 22. Brian Reynolds steps in here in the top of the 8th. Tom Hiddleston is still out there on the mound. Pitch finds the corner, strike 1. Line drive to center, charging is Madden, 1-hopper. It's a leadoff single for Brian Reynolds here in the 8th. Next up, Tim Anderson. Slider in there, strike 1. Tim has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. Runner leads off first. A little late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun. Fouls it off. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Deep drive for Anderson. Back goes Liu. Near the track, looking up, 1 hop off the wall. Rounding third and heading home. It'll be an RBI double, and it's a 4-1 lead for the MCU. RBI double for Tim Anderson. Almost hit a 2-run home run. Let's look at the replay. Time to get somebody up in the bullpen, I think. Okay, let's do that. Let's go, not quick manage. How do we do manager? Bullpen. We have Bradley Cooper, left-hander. Haley Steinfeld, left-hander. Tessa Thompson, right-hander. Vin Diesel, right-hander, and Paul Bettany. We're going to warm up Paul Bettany. And we're going to warm up Haley Steinfeld. All right, so that's who we're going to warm up. Next up, Adley Rutschman, 0 for 2 today. Pitch inside, ball 1. Welcome to the live stream. This is MLB The Show 22. Avengers baseball. 4-1 lead for the Avengers here in the top of the 8th inning. Game 1. High strike. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner leads off second. No outs. Hiddleston had a shutout working until this inning. He had a no-hitter working into the 6th. Inside corner with the fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pops him up. On the infield grass near the third base line is Chadwick. He makes the catch for this first out of the inning. No advance on the bases. Nice catch from Black Panther. Next up, Will Castro. Will had a double in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2. Again, runner in scoring position for the Phillies. Down and in for strike 1. Pops it up near the outfield grass. Anthony Mackie makes the catch for the second out. Nice play from the new Captain America. So 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Lineup turns over for the Phillies. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Fame player, 3,000 hit club, is 0 for 3 today. How's my year so far? Pretty good. Very excited about the release of 5 and 20. Thank you for asking me about it earlier today. Attendance here at Classic Yankee Stadium, it is a full house, 55,300. Pitches inside for ball 1. Ground ball to the first baseman, scooped like a vacuum cleaner. Thor takes it himself, and the side is retired. However, double off the wall from Tim Anderson gets the Phillies on the board. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-run ball game. Avengers lead 4-1. Sing Venus Unicorn, welcome to the live stream. I am indeed back. What is 5 and 20? You have to buy the book to find out what 5 and 20 means, Mr. Rob. You'll have to buy the book or download the Kindle. I cannot say it online. I have to save that as a secret. I don't want to give it away. Josh Sabors comes in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. He will face Dave Bautista. Now I'm going to go to the managers, the bullpen. And I have faced 3 left-handers coming out for the top of the 9th. Let's take Haley Steinfeld, scheduled to put her in the game to pitch the next half inning. Haley Steinfeld is, I don't know, I guess you'd say she is Kate Bishop. Is she the new Hawkeye? Curveball outside to Dave Bautista. And just give us the book name. Inside off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes to Drax the Destroyer. The name of the book is 5 and 20 by Robbin Ramos. Robbin with 2 B's. It is a nonfiction biography about my very short career in the police department near Y2K, near the year 2000. What happened to me, I will keep to myself. I want you to buy the book. If the paperback is a little too pricey, you can download the Kindle for only $2.99 on from Amazon.com. Pop up right side. Big Poppy makes the catch. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Next up, Stephen Strange. Dr. Stephen Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch had a single in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2. Steps in against Josh Sabors. Jams him inside, fouls it back, strike 1. A 4-1 lead for the Avengers here on opening day. That's a line drive to center, and it will dunk in there for a hit. Rounding first, he will hold. So it's a 1-out single for Cumberbatch. Here's the replay. Is it based on a true story or did you make it up? It's based on a true story, Mr. Rob. It is a 3-year window into an event that took place in my life. Number 9 hitter steps to the plate. Anthony Mackie 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Pitch is high, ball 1. Runner leads off first. 3-run lead for the Avengers. High again, 2 balls, no strikes. Can they get some insurance here in the bottom of the 8th? Let's see. Off the plate, 3-0 count. On deck, the leadoff man, Chadwick Boseman. Will he swing on 3-0? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. As a matter of principle, I always hold in there, strike 1. Now it's a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the handcuffs are off. The runner leading off first. Here comes the 3-1. Little late on the fastball. Drives it deep, but playable for Brantley for out number 2. So with 2 down, Black Panther steps into the batter's box. He is 0 for 4 today. Pitch is low, ball 1. Jams him high and tight, fouls it back, count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. In the 9th, 3 left-handers due up for the Philadelphia Phillies in the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 count to Boseman. Line drive, base hit, almost takes the pitcher's head off. It is a 2-out single for Boseman. He's 1 for 5. First hit of the season, first hit of his career. Going to be a lot of that going around, as every player is a rookie technically. Next up, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. 2 runners on. Last at bat, she had a double. Swings at the first pitch, but pops it up. Shallow left field. Brantley makes the catch to retire the side. End of 8 innings. It's a 4-1 lead. We go to the 9th. Last licks for the Phillies. This is MLB The Show 22. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In comes Haley Steinfeld, who plays Kate Bishop in the MCU. Unfortunately, there are no female models when you create a player. That's the best I can do. You'll have to imagine with your that's Haley Steinfeld. Leading off here in the top of the 9th, Michael Brantley, who's 0 for 3. Line drive, 1 hopper, 2 Boseman. Throws across, 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 9th. Next up, David Ortiz, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. The curveball outside the zone. Philadelphia Phillies manager is a former manager of the New York Yankees, but for some reason his name escapes my tongue. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball. Strike 2. 0-2 count on David. Grounder up the first base line, fielded by Thor. Hemsworth steps on the bag, and there are 2 away. And the Phillies are down to their final out of this game. Representing the final out of the game, Jason Giambi, who struck out in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 3 today. Fans are on their feet. Misses inside, ball 1. This time finds the inside corner, count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses inside and low, 2-1. High, Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Nolan Arenado, right-handed hitter. And misses. So with 2 outs in the game, she walks the batter. And I have a feeling that that will be all for Haley Steinfeld. We're going to go to the manager and the bullpen, and we're going to bring in Paul Bettany, the closer. Paul Bettany, put him in the game. Paul Bettany plays Vision in the MCU. He is the closer this season. He's coming in for a 1-out save. Fastball in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Nolan Arenado is down to the final strike of the game. Strike 3 called. Side retired. Ball game over. Avengers win on opening day 4-1. And this is the first of a 162-game regular season. Created franchise is called the Hollywood Avengers. I am RC Robbin. I do play-by-play, original, unique play-by-play. I will play every single game, no skipped innings, no simulated games, all of them on YouTube. This was game number 1, and it is a win for the Hollywood Avengers. Swing and a miss. No, actually, not the case. That's Simu Liu. Shang Chi. Interesting story for the Vision. The actor who played him, you know he was going to play in Iron Man, which is to play. That's true, Mr. Rob. I want to say thank you to Mr. Rob. Thank you to the Outlander. Thank you to Sing Venus Unicorn. It has been a long time. I'm back. So, player of the game is Tom Hiddleston. 8 innings, 3 hits, 12 strikeouts for the win. Loss goes to Tom Seaver. The save to Paul Bettany, a 1-out save. That'll be all. So, thanks for watching. I will see you all again soon. Have a great night.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40.